Good evening, brother. This is a from Pastor JDO3 Wednesday night Bible study, First Met Church. Blessings to you. Sometimes I sit up there and I hear the words of people speaking something inspirational from the Bible to keep close to God, to really understand things a lot better. And I'm thankful that this brother video came across me. Blessings. And to understand more things about healing. And a lot of people don't know what that truly is, to heal the spirit. And when you got God with you, man, meditation and prayer is very important at times when everything seems so loud that you can't focus. It's real, y'all.
It's good to see you in the house tonight, Sister Renfro. Looking forward to tonight's
meditation and prayer. I can't tell y'all that that's not important. I literally had to learn that. I'm telling you, man, being in the spirit of God, man, having God in your spirit, there's a lot of things you learn, not just are taught, but the things you learn on your own. Especially when you don't have a lot of advisors in your life, or when you had advisors at one time and they're not in your life anymore. What Mr. Clarence taught me was a lot of things about God, and I learned a lot from him. I was thankful for a lot of the teachings that he gave. Pastor Adam, Pastor Anthony, they gave a lot of good teachings. A lot of them were, all of them, in fact, were great speakers. And the women in the church had a good way of speaking too. Not just with speaking in tongues, but giving prophecies and things of that nature. So his sanctuary is still close in my heart. It's my favorite church. I was born in St. Rose in Lima. St. Rose, that's right there in the 7th Ward. There's two buildings. I think the original building is now a school, and the new building, or maybe they made a second building. I'm not really sure, but the way the neighborhood is different. I still remember the people that I robbed. They still have their place, which was the lottery store, and now it's a seafood place. I was a child. I was 12 years old. Me and my brother. Me and my brother, my best friend. And we took their newspapers. I actually spoke about this several times. And sold them. There was a lot of things that I learned in the running through the spaces in my mind dealing with God. Because remember, I was an altar boy at one time. And I'll never forget that. I was telling my mom about it, and I talked about it. Well, she had forgot that I got sick from the incense in church, and they had to disrobe me, and I passed out. And I could take incense now. I don't know what it was about those incense that was so strong that it overcame me, and I couldn't hold myself. I had to literally pass out. And I'll never forget that they were helping me out. I woke up and I was overheated and things of that nature. Sometimes when you're dehydrated, you can lose consciousness. So it's not a good feeling. And it's something about knowing the spirit that's in you. And there's people that do candle magic. Let's not get that wrong. You have people that do candle magic within Catholicism. There's people that do it in Kabbalism. There's all types of things. There's all types of spiritual ways to arm yourself in so many ways, and some people use them to hurt people. Like, you don't know, man. It's more than just picking up a gun and shooting somebody. There's people that send minions at you in the spirit that can come into the physical. And you got to watch your back out in these streets, man. These spiritual streets is no lie. And as Pythonic priestess, her fine self would say, the spiritual streets are a lot more gangster than the real ones. And that's real.
Thank you for being one who starts and finishes.
Y'all, these spiritual streets ain't no joke. when the worlds meld, when they come together, man, you will see some things. Some things can happen to you that a lot of people can't believe. I mean, they basically tried to pick me apart, and God kept me whole. And I thank the Lord, I thank Jesus, I thank Yahweh, I thank Yahshua, I thank Jehovah, that is what it is. And he kept me whole because a lot of things was coming at me spiritually. There were sicknesses they were trying to put into my life. There was physical attacks, mental attacks. I had to go through everything. Like, you are not alone. You are not alone. 1111. How many ones it is? And he says it best. He's like, bro, you literally are somewhat of an exorcist about the things that you do. And he also would say, they can't fool you anymore. Now my eyes are literally open. I can see so many things in the opening spiritually. See, sometimes you're closed off and open gradually to the spiritual streets out here. Understand healing and within self. Let me tell you how simple this is. A lot of people don't know. Do you know that you can physically fight off HIV and AIDS without medicine? Believe it or not, just doing prayer is possible. Knowing that God is with you and giving the spirit needs. There are studies that people with sicknesses who get no help or very little help fight diseases and sicknesses and cancers with prayer. A doctor will tell you prayer can be a value to your spirit to help you through anything, an ailment that you're going through. And this is true. This is how real God is. God can heal the sick. This is not disproven. This is a fact. Whether you believe it or not, there's people that don't even go to God that eventually go to God when they're going through something that they can't see. The enemies that you can't see, there's more than just sickness. You got demons out here, y'all. You got these spirits out here, man, that'll wipe you out, knock you off the board, and make you disappear. And I'm not talking about so much as a magic trick, but they split you apart. It's almost like they're tearing your soul apart. And you become something that's not. You become disintegrated into nothing, vapor. And how that is done is by spiritually breaking you down to where the metaphysical form of you is gone. You're nothing. The world won't see you. You become, if you think of the passage from the movie It and the book, I never read the Stephen King book, but I love the movie. I love the original and I love the new ones. I like the new ones more because it was more graphic. But the Deadlights, that thing that's chasing you every night, it is a representation of something evil that also deals with death. Like, it can't hurt you if you don't fear it, right?
Now, as a scene, this is
and it relates more to children, and they're saying children are the most wondrous thing because that new spirit can be something so strong. When you know that nothing can hurt you as a child, you become a strong adult. And that is a part of healing your spirit and your soul. Not being worried. You know how they say, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing's gonna be alright. That's real. Bob Marley said it best. And the sad thing is, he was afflicted by cancer in his toe. He basically died from that. And spiritually, Bob Marley was a good person, and he had a lot of heart and spirit in himself. And I do love his music, man. It's very close to me. I relate to that with an ex of mine. She knows I love Bob Marley, and she loves Bob Marley too. It's sad. Sometimes I still have to go into certain things about her because there's so many things we relate to where it comes out. Don't get it like I'm stuck on it. Let me explain this to y'all. This is a tool to help you. I really don't visit this in my mind on a usual. Like that shit is behind me. I'm telling y'all, understanding yourself, sometimes you bring up the past person that you were connected to because y'all relate to some of the same things. Really understand that. Don't get caught up on me talking about my ex. Know the feeling I'm saying. The feeling that we both had. How loving something so beautiful as Bob Marley's music, it can free the spirit. That's what the message is. And a lot of us go back into these spiritual things, going back into past relationships to give y'all clues on how to get past things that you could be basically in living right now. Basically going through and living right now. And God is real. God will help you get out of a lot of things, man. When you think of the story of Job and the afflictions that Job had to go through, man, it is a real testament on faith. Faith. To know that no matter what the devil throws at you, God got your back. Do not worry about the pestilence and the things coming to you at this time. Because you know what, Job? Before you know it, things are going to get better. I have not left you. This is just a detour in your life. Because maybe the people around you, and that's what the story of Job was saying to him. The things, the people around you, you had to let go to go on to that next step. See, everything he built was good in his heart. But maybe what was around him wasn't the right seeds to sow. That farmland, those children, those relationships, those friends, your health, things you need to change. You need to get closer to me, Job, because the devil is looking at you and saying, this is too much of a blessed man. I got to mess with him. Some of us have gone through that. And we've made it through the wilderness and made it out of the darkness and into the light. I had to go through so many dark nights of the soul, y'all. It's not even a joke. I think about the loves that I had and said, Lord, how did I love a devil? A devil. Don't get it twisted. They come in all forms. When they tell you about these white women and devils, let me tell you something. Any woman can be a devil. I would not just put that on white women. I'm not even going to give them that full scope. I'm talking about my whole life. I mostly dealt with sisters. And sisters were the devil in my life. Real shit. They were doing underhanded things. I never thought a black woman would ever stoop that low. My mother, I don't know about all her indiscretions, but she never showed me a thing like that. She don't even have a man. She hasn't have a man in her life around me for the last, and this is no lie, 30 years. If she got somebody, he damn sure ain't coming around me because I'll knock his head off playing with my mama. You better not be a problem. And that was a fear of hers. She was like, I can't have a relationship around my son. Because if he do wrong, my son ain't going to care. That's when you're a protector. You love your mom that much, you don't want to see her hurt by any man, not even your own father. And that's how real it is. They literally split and still had dealings with each other on certain levels. That's how real it was. It's like we can't be together, but certain ways we can still interact with each other. It's weird how that goes. The secrets that two people keep when they have a union at one time and they don't anymore. Like I'm sure that my exes, all of my exes, from the beginning, I'm not even talking about the three loves. I'm talking about from the first woman. The first woman who ever stepped in and might have had a child for me and we made love or had sex, however you want to call it, she's still invested in my life. And she showed it. I was weirded out when I seen her at the bank one time. I'm like, you are involved in this this shit? You. And I didn't even say her name. I knew who she was, and she knew I knew who she was. It was like a secret nod. Like, you know I know it's you, right? You know I know it's you from the past, right, girl?
The cities where the people of God live.
We both sitting up there knowing that we know each other and a past life. Notice that past lives can come into fruition into your new life. God says, I got to bring you back to this. This could be your baby mama, Brian. You know she in your bank.
We have strong.
Even now, boy, she's invested in your spirit.
And bread and wine.
You got women that will literally follow you your whole life in the background. Do you know how insane that is? When I left these women, I left them. I left them. And I went on for 16 minutes. Lord Jesus Christ.
I got enough supplies to take care of your family and my family. But what I do not have